Motorcycle morning. What is it? T-minus 41 days till Epic Ride 2018. My mirror's not cooperating. I got my son the Rebel 250, and we had to go get it inspected since it came as salvage out of Georgia. So we had to get it inspected. He needed a mirror, so I rolled my mirrors off real quick and put them on his. I just put them back on it and tightened them down. Yeah, that's not good. But anyhow, 41 days. So Epic Ride. It is in the low 30s right now. Cold as a mug. I would usually not be riding in the low 30s, seeing as how I like my fingers. I don't like my fingers to fall off. So, but anyhow.
I don't know where that's going, but we don't need to go that way. Had to get past that. What is this now? Huh. Lots of government around this morning. Man, my fingers are frozen. Whew. It's cold, people.
3 hours later.
Okay, that's much better. Good motorcycle morning. It is now about 50 degrees, 56 degrees, something like that. Much more doable. Much less gear you got to put on. Much less pain in the fingers. Even though I bought some gloves just now, in case it was too cold, but I'm fine now. Seems the stars have aligned today. Straighten that up some. Stars have aligned with which I can get on Shady and ride around a little bit. And actually, I'm not riding her just for fun today. I'm taking her to get her yearly inspection so I can get her registration, so I can then apply for the documents to import Shady into Mexico for Epic Ride, which I need to do about a month ahead, and I'm like a week away from a month ahead, so I really need to do that. 41 days to go to Epic Ride, in case you hadn't heard about that yet. SullivanSiteWorks.com. An epic motorcycle adventure of a lifetime, biggest one ever. La di da la 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 la. I guess today we'll talk about the preparations that's went on so far for this Epic Ride. This is the biggest one ever, 45 days. I've done more miles than this before, but not spending this much time away from home, just on the motorcycle. Just me, the motorcycle, and my tent, pretty much. I say my tent, I'll be camping all through the United States, but when I'm in Mexico, I'll have to, I got Airbnbs and stuff like that, but still, a $20 Airbnb Mexico is better than a $50 hotel room in the United States, so that's good. But in Mexico, I really need to take care to lock up Shady every night, behind a fence, behind a gate, something like that. So I found a lot of places where I can do that. Make sure I still have the motorcycle on the way out. But yeah, so it's just me, motorcycle and tent, and some Airbnbs here and there. Yeah, for this Epic Ride. So even right now, I'm preparing for Epic Ride. I'm getting Shady her inspection, which gets her a plate, which gets her a registration, which allows me to send a copy of registration to Mexico, which gets me among other documents, gets me the visa, more or less, for the motorcycle to go in and out of Mexico for a certain amount of time. Yeah, even that's part of preparing for Epic Ride. But I've been preparing for this Epic Ride ever since I got back from Peru last April 2017. Yeah, and I'm still not near ready at all. For Shady. She's been neglected. I have been intent on getting Shady her inspection ever since the beginning of February. I know it's cold in February, but that's not the point. The point was I have to get her inspected, imported into Mexico, and I have to build her up, get all the luggage built on her, build a new rack for the back for another piece of luggage I got. Load her up, test her out, test out the balance, test out the distribution of weight, all that stuff before I leave, and make sure she's tip-top shape before I leave. I had intended to do this in February, but I have a couple restrictions. When I take the bike to the shop to get this done, I have to ride the bus back. The buses only ride Monday through Friday. During the winter months, now that it's spring, the shop is open Tuesday through Friday, I believe. During the winter, it was open Wednesday through Friday in February. So I needed a day, Wednesday through Friday only of each week, that I could take Shady over here and drop her off. You know, a day when the workload wasn't so heavy, a day when it wasn't raining or snowing, and today is that first day, halfway through March. Been trying since the beginning of February. Literally checking weather every day. We just got a snow 2 days ago. We had snow 2 days ago. It's gone now, pretty much. But yeah, we had snow 2 days ago in North Carolina. Guess that's why we're called North Carolina. I don't know. But anyhow, I've been preparing since last April. Seriously preparing since this February. We put out a call last October. You know, I write for Fast Lane Biker magazine. Put out a call last October for any gear that anybody would like to donate or send over, you know, for a sponsor credit, stuff like that. Nobody said anything. That's okay. But that just means I had to wait until that deadline of February before I could start gearing up myself. That would give me enough time, you know, 2.5 months to get ready. And I'm pretty geared. Got me some, I don't got them on now. I just received some Joe Rocket Alter Ego pants, which I really needed. I had a pair of overpants. I had another pair of overpants that I just got when I first did Epic Ride back in 2014, and they're like 3XL, and they're super thick, and it's really just a rain and cold kind of thing. But I've had this this jacket, this Alter Ego, for a while, and I love it to death, so I figured the Alter Ego pants can't be that bad. And the Alter Ego pants have the hip padding and the knee padding and all that stuff, and venting, and they're not that thick, they're not heavy. They're heavy, but they're not that as heavy as the other pair of pants, which means for me packing for Epic Ride, I can get like the I have like the nylon pants, you know, the really quick dry material, really thin, really takes up not a lot of space at all, those kind of pants. So I can really depend on that kind of clothing under my gear if I have that extra outer layer of the Alter Ego pants. So that'll save me some room in my luggage, in my storage spaces. That's going to work out really well. I think I'm going to use the same gloves, of course, the same helmet, same jacket. I really just need to invest in the base layer, more breathable. It's going to be hot as balls in Mexico, but I need breathable, easily washable, don't have to wash it that often kind of things, you know. Not cotton for sure. I need a nylon dry blend kind of thing. I'm going to be stinky here and there. I'm going to be stinky, that's for sure. But I'll get my showers in. If the gas attendants, you know, won't pump my gas because it can't get within 3 feet of me, I'll take a shower. Yeah, whatever. There's a scooter guy out. Wonder how much gas I have. I have no idea. We shall see. Anyhow, so yeah, riding over here for the thing. Let's see what else. What else? Getting ready for Epic Ride. Well, I got the route worked out finally. That happened yesterday. I say finally, something else is going to come up. Some other event's going to pop up, and I'm going to say, oh, I can squeeze that way or squeeze this way. But I got the route pretty much figured out. It's pretty much heading from central North Carolina down to central Florida, then pretty much following the Gulf Coast all the way to Laredo, Texas, then heading down to central Mexico, then heading to the west coast of Mexico, then back up to Arkansas, and then due east to North Carolina again. Yeah. Some of the big motorcycle events, I'll be doing the Leesburg Bike Fest in Leesburg, Florida, Thunder Beach Rally in Panama City, Florida. What is it called? The Emerald Coast Bike Fest in Fort Walton Beach, Florida. I'm gonna do a Veterans Horsepower Poker Run in Midlothian, Texas. I think that's all the motorcycle stuff related. I'm also gonna meet up with a a professor in San Luis Potosi, Mexico, that is also a motorcyclist, and we're going to do something. I've never met him. I've just been told he's been given my contact information and that he will meet me when I get there. Mexico is, in case you didn't know, Mexico is this way. Plans in Mexico magically work out. When I say magically, it's probably not magic, but to an American, it seems like it's magic. Because to an American, we're going to say, you know, I'm going to go on my computer and I'm going to check out the reviews of this Airbnb, and I'm going to book it, and I'm going to put the app on my phone so I have the confirmation right on my phone when I send it, and I'm going to get a battery backup to keep my phone charged there, and I'm going to switch my cell phone plan so it works when I get there, and I'm going to do all this stuff just so I'm sure it's going to work out. In Mexico, it is literally, they're like, yes, okay, come, you know? And when you get there, they're usually there, or they'll be there in a few minutes, or it just works out. It really does. It just works out. And the thing about being a white man in San Luis Potosi, Mexico is I don't have to find the guy. He'll find me. You understand? As long as I'm around where I say I'm going to be, he'll find me like a big old bonfire at a haystack. It's just hard to miss, you know? I'm hard to miss in Mexico. I definitely stand out, you know? So that's going to happen. So that's the other motorcycle thing I'm going to do. The rest of the stuff is pretty much me being a tourist. I'm going to a lot of naval vessels naval vessel museums that are docked on the coast, the Gulf Coast of Mexico. And I'm sleeping at a World War II POW camp. Thank God I'm not going during Halloween, right? Anyhow, yeah, so I'm staying at POW camp, a lot of naval vessels, USS Alabama, USS Kidd, USS Lexington, Battleship Texas. Did you know that Texas has a Navy? Texas, the state of Texas has a Navy. No kidding. It's true. The USS Texas, they bought it and renamed it the Battleship Texas and declared it the flagship of the Texas Navy. Texas has a Navy. I thought that was interesting. Anyhow, so Lightning on Ludwig, that's powerboat racing, like drag racing, I think. I'm not sure. That should be pretty awesome. I'm going to do Tell the Dragon, of course. Every epic ride, Tell the Dragon. Going to do the Twisted Sisters in Texas, which is considered by North Carolinians to be the #2 road in the United States. Tell the Dragon 1. I'm sure Texans consider Twisted Sisters 1 and Tell the Dragon 2. Depends who you ask, but they're both the baddest roads. That said, I'm going to Monterrey, Mexico, where some of the best motorcycle roads in the world are. That's going to be awesome. The weatherman said it was going to be 60 today. So I figured that translated to the morning of about 40, but I was wrong. It was more like 30. So that was not as good as now. Now it's great. Great. I have a long sleeve shirt on. I have my work jacket on under the Alter Ego, but it's just mesh. It's good. I'm just, just for the armor and stuff. Armor and the slideability. I'm slideable now. If I fall off, I'm slideable. Shady won't let me fall off. Shady threw me off. When I did that flip in the woods, Shady threw me off. She said, "Get free. We're gonna die." She saved me, I think. Maybe. Might have saved myself, but I'd like to think that Shady cares about me. Do you think your motorcycle cares about you too? I don't know if I'm going to replace Shady's battery. She seems to be holding a charge fine. I usually replace it once a year, but last year I spent a little extra money and got a higher amperage, better quality battery. And I'm going to really hot places. She'll be warm all the time. I don't really foresee her battery going dead. That said, I'll take one of those smaller jump start devices with me, just in case, I think what I'm most worried about is food for Epic Ride. I do tend to get sick when I go to foreign countries. You'd think as much as I travel, I wouldn't get sick anymore, but I do tend to get sick. I do tend to eat adventurously too, so there's that. But I do tend to get sick, and I want to stave that off as far as I can. Now, when I get down into Cuernavaca, Mexico, where I'll be hanging out for about 10-12 days, I'll eat real adventurously there. I can talk because I'll have time to recover. But I really need to feed myself for a big portion of the journey. Take some dried rice meals kind of thing, you know, something I can just add some water to. I'll take my my mess kit with me, my stove, a tiny little stove. Try to cook my own stuff. Try to. We shall see. I'm excited. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited for Epic Ride, but this one is a little more challenging than the others. A lot more challenging than the others. The others, Epic Ride 2015 was the most challenging yet. 14 was pretty challenging, 15 was challenging, 16 was pretty easy. The difference is on 14 it was the first time I'd ever done anything like this, and I just made mistake after mistake after mistake, estimating how long it takes to get somewhere, how long it takes you to stop, things like this. 15, there were just hurricanes and storms everywhere I was going. I dealt with a lot of floods, a lot of campgrounds closing, stuff like that. It was in the fall though of 15, so I'm going in the spring, summer this time. Hopefully it'll be better. I'm going to the same region of the United States pretty much. And then 16, it was the summertime and I went north to Canada, and it was all hotel rooms, stuff like that, so that was easy peasy. I lost the camera, but besides that, it was pretty easy peasy. This one though, there's a lot of uncertainty. You know, I registered my trip in Mexico, with the State Department for Mexico, you know, and they just send me warnings every day, like, don't go to this city, oh my God, don't go to this city, we're not letting our people go to this, don't go to this, over and over and over. Of course, they see the big picture. All I'm gonna deal with is just my little things, but I'm sure Mexico is sending warnings about the United States, like, don't go here, there's been a shooting here, you know, and we just don't see that. So how do you learn it? I wonder if there's travel warnings for the United States for Americans. I gotta look that up. That would be interesting to compare. Anyhow, like I said, there's just that Mexican uncertainty, you know, the uncertainty of when and where, you know, things like that. And I don't want to be a sitting duck just sitting out in my chrome shiny motorcycle, sitting 2 hours in one spot waiting for somebody to find me. I really want to get to where I'm going and put Shady behind a wall, and then change to my plain old I'm nobody clothes and walk out and see what I can see, you know. Okay, we are here, Trinity Cycles.
Let's look at there. Let's go turn into Shady's. There's another shadow.
Okay, I'm going to drop Shady here off at Trinity, get her inspection and a few more things done to her. And then I'm going to catch a bus back to work. Thank y'all so much for sticking out this long for this super random vlog. It's really good to vlog again. It's really good sometimes just to turn off the Sena, quit listening to music, and do what I should be doing here. Yeah, but this is a super long random vlog. Thank you for sticking out so long. I'll make up another little something when I take her home, and then it's time to start building her up for Epic Ride. Yeah. Okay, that's all I have for now. Thank you so much for watching. Good motorcycle morning.